as Twitch stream and the Dungeon Dome. I am your host and game master, James D'Amato, and this week we have a specialty dueling treasure match. And this one was actually collaborated on between me and one of our backers. The Dungeon Master backer level helped craft this arena. I'll be talking about what we put together before we get into things. But first, I want to introduce our players. And first up is Drew Merzieski.
Hi, guys.
Drew, how are you doing?
I'm good.
You feeling ready?
I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling pumped.
First, I need you to lay down some plugs on our audience.
Oh, man. What are we plugging right now? How about Warda? Let's plug Warda. Every Tuesday night, right here on the Twitch stream for One Shot RPG, and here in the Pocket Dimension, we play Warda, which is Downton Abbey meets Game of Thrones set in a Fate game, kind of. So join us every week, and we'll see what's going on. We're almost to the end of our latest arc, so jump in.
All right. And the next player is going to be Allie Growler.
Hi, everybody.
Allie, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like it's about time these two got a chance to really have at.
Yeah.
You know, nobody else in the way.
Well,
Definitely more traps and more obstacles, but, you know, no other players to kind of distract them from their true purpose, which is to destroy one another.
Yeah.
All right. Allie, do you have any plugs that you'd like to give the audience?
Yeah, if live streams every week on a regular basis are too much for your schedule, and you watching this right now is just kind of a one-off occurrence, you can check out Warda in podcast form. If you go to bit.ly/W Warda, capital P podcast, you can check out the Warda podcast on Simplecast. It's also available on iTunes and other podcasting platforms for you, and you can catch up on the stories so far. Which is, I'm very excited about. I actually just redid the introduction audio for the podcast, and it's got some little soundscape flavor in there for you guys.
Ooh,
It's
and
nice.
already we have inspiration for the
Oh,
ladies'
hey!
disdain.
Thank you, WrestleCat.
Hell will remember that.
I'll remember you said that.
All right. So this week for today's match was actually collaborated on between me and Troy Peichelman for the Dungeon Master backer level. He wanted the specialty dueling match between Benjin and Balon to have stakes that are a little bit higher than them just fighting each other. This is going to be a treasure match. A treasure match is a match type where you are running through the arena looking for wealth and items of value. Whoever collects items with the most value is going to leave the arena the winner tonight. However, there's a twist. As we can see over here in the arena, we have an actual dragon, a huge-sized dragon that is going to be way too much for either competitor to handle, even if they worked together. That dragon is going to wake up on round 8.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
So in between now and round 8, both fighters are tasked with getting as much material wealth as they possibly can. Every single item that is submitted by our watchers and backers on Patreon is going to be worth 200. Every felled opponent, which does include skeletons, is going to be worth 100. They will each have a little satchel of 100 gold on them. Both opponents enter the arena with 300 gold on their hip. If you want to get more than 300 gold and get the wealth that your opponent has collected while they're in the arena, you need to steal it from them while they are still alive. Otherwise, if you kill them, it will net you a bonus of 300. Also, should you somehow kill the dragon, that is 1,000 gold to both fighters that are still alive while the dragon falls. And you can attack it when it's asleep. Right now, it is asleep. Everything else is sort of a mystery in the arena itself, except for our skeletons. There are going to be skeletons in this arena, and we have to thank our skeleton backers and tell you their names and backstories. That we're going to do right after we do the introductions for each competitor. Let's start off with the nothing.
The nothing. All right, this is our entrance into the dome? Mm-hmm. So, the camera pans up on a blue flame, and the flame is flickering, and there's sounds of metal clanging in the background. And as the camera pulls back, we see Benjen cooking. Little does people know, Benjen is an expert chef. He cooks and eats all of his killing. That's one thing that Claudish loves, is that he loves whatever we kill, we cook it and eat it as well. And so we see Benjen cooking. He's cooking up this huge storm. And then we see a jump cut to him like plating, and it's a beautiful plating setting. He's wearing like the white clothes and everything like that. And he goes and he takes this beautiful tray, he puts a silver covering over it, and he takes it out to Lord Dungeon. And Lord Dungeon is sitting in an immaculate hall, and he serves Lord Dungeon his dinner.
And this is the first time that we've seen Lord Dungeon. Lord Dungeon is a devil wearing a fine suit styled to the day. He has 2 horns and a goatee with jet black hair. His eyes glow with a malicious yellow. And of course, upon his ring finger is a massive ring with a pulsing blue sapphire. As Benjen puts down the meal, once again, Lord Dungeon raises his hand to Benjen for him to kiss the ring.
Benjen takes the hand and kisses the ring, as he always has done. And Lord Dungeon takes out a watch. Aren't you a little late? And Benjen looks at his watch and says, oh yeah, it's time. And he takes off the white chef's cap and coat, and he's got all of his armor underneath it. And he races down the hallway to where he's like, there are imps and devils on the hallway, and they're handing him things as he goes, and they're chanting Benjen, 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 and he's running. As he runs down this hallway, the hallway we see is not perpendicular; it's actually at an angle, and he shoots out of it in hellfire, and lands superhero landing in the middle of the dome to riotous cheers of everyone, and all the devils are here today. Hell is empty.
And let's get a shot on the close-up cam. This is going to be Benjen's starting area in our arena. Pulling back so we can see the challenges that lie ahead. But yeah, that is where Benjen is going to be starting out. And next up is going to be Balon.
Okay, so we see on the screens a beautiful marble statue. Some kind of wood nymph, probably draped in a silk robe. And then from out of the shot, an enormous sledgehammer swings and makes connection with the wood nymph's face, and it shatters this marble statue into dust. And then as it pans out, this room is filled with brutalized, crumbled, destroyed statues of different kinds of stone. And Balon is standing over them in protective goggles and gloves and wielding this enormous sledgehammer. And we hear a music that sounds kind of like the theme from Flashdance as she is destroying every last piece of stone in this place. And from the hall comes another voice. The Ladies' Disdain's harpy manager, Goretta, who caws at her and calls to her that it's time to go to the dome. And so Balon throws the sledgehammer, whips off the protective goggles, and shakes out her hair in slow motion with dust flying and glowing in the sunlight. And then she turns and she runs down the hall. And as she runs down the hall, pieces of a special suit are clinging to her as she's running through the hall, and then pieces of the suit are assembling around her. And then she reaches the end of the hall and she jets off into the air, Iron Man style, and soars over the crowd with streams of blue and teal and gold sparks trailing after her. And the disdainfuls in the crowd are shooting off the fireworks and streamers and t-shirt cannons, and they've borrowed Percival the Unwavering's metal band backup group to salute Balon as she lands in the dome, Iron Man style, slowly, descending from the heavens in showers of colored sparks. And then she hulks out of the suit and it shatters around her.
And she lands on top of a massive wooden tower that is once again suspended over lava beneath her.
Oh, good.
And with that, we're going to start the match soon. First up, Hun, can you get me a pencil? And if you see my phone anywhere, let me have it. Meanwhile, I am going to explain how the match ends because, as was pointed out by Rourke9, I did not point out how this particular match comes to an end.
Yeah.
So yes, on round 8, the dragon wakes up. Generally speaking, we expect most people to die. However, if you manage to get out of the arena, there's an extra 200 gold bonus if you leave the arena by entering the area where you first came in. So for Balon, it is going to be at the top of this wooden tower.
Okay.
And for Benjin, it is going to be tucked away in this corner here. Until then, until you either touch that point or make your first death save, you are allowed to roam the arena and collect as much gold and valuable items as possible.
And if we are running around collecting all of this gold and we end up dying and having to make a death save, do we lose the gold we've accumulated?
The gold that you have in your purse is counted towards your score.
Okay.
So if you're killed by a dragon and you had 500 gold on you, you end with 500 gold. You know, if your opponent kills you before your time, but they don't manage to collect any gold in the arena, then at the end of the round, like, you can still win.
Okay.
You know, if Balon has collected like 1,000 gold and Benjin kills her when he has 200 gold and then dies with 500, Balon would still be the victor. So it is a brutal match. There are more traps in this arena than the average arena. I encourage everybody to be careful. But that is not the only round of introductions that we're going to be making today, because also this is a match where we have plenty of skeletons.
Yes.
And skeletons are, of course, people who have donated their skeletons to the Dungeon Dome. And they each have names and backstories. The first name here is Thompson Capmaff, an overbearing mom society of New Celia against potty-mouthed arena fighters.
Oh boy.
Oh, actually, no, wait a minute. That is, I was reading from Critical's hits. Here are our skeletons. So, this one is actually just a skeleton name, no backstory, sent in by Mike Bruckle. We have Tondir. Tondir will be our black skeleton for the time being. Next up, sent in by Lottie Jin, we have Willie O'Winsbury. This half-elf lived as he died, stealing hearts, sometimes literally.
Oh gosh.
Best known for rolling nat 20s on every seduction check, his charisma may have been massive, but alas, he chose con as his dump stat. And Willie O'Winsbury is going to be wearing the red tonight. Then we have sent in by Platypus Pal 320, Beans.
Yes.
Beans was one of the most feared barbarian raiders in Dreadmore. Unfortunately, just prior to being defeated by a powerful wizard, he was polymorphed into a corgi. Said wizard donated his new pupper to the Dungeon Dome upon his passing, where Beans begins his undead reign of terror. And this skeleton, the skeleton wearing the cross tonight, is actually going to be the skeleton of a corgi. And Beans lives a terrible undead life, apparently.
That's so funny.
Next up, we have a skeleton sent in by Kevin Weir, Craig the Presumptuous. Craig the Presumptuous. They're named after birds. How dangerous can they be? Craig before the Owlbear match. So Craig was actually a Dungeon Dome fighter who was felled in the arena itself. So
I watched that one. It was heartbreaking.
yeah, it was. He was not prepared. So we have black, red, plus mark, and purple.
Are the skeletons literally wearing like gym class jerseys in that mesh with the color that they're supposed to be?
Yeah, I think so. I think like that's how they
Like they
identify
Velcro on.
different skeletons.
Yeah.
Cool. So with that, we are ready to roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Natural 20.
Ooh. All right. So I'm going to assume Benjamin is first.
He is.
And what is Balon at?
10.
You know, average.
Got a 100 cheer for beans.
Beans! Yeah, all right.
Poor beans.
We've already got some bean heads out in the crowd.
Beans.
Okay. So, with that, the first up. Oh, actually, first I got to explain to the audience, in case there are any new audience members out there, the audience participation and inspiration. At any time during the match, you can actually use bits in the Twitch bits like thing. If you're in the chat, it's that weird little triangle-looking thing. You can send us bits to cheer on either the arena itself or particular combatants. For 100 bits, you can grant inspiration to any fighter in the arena. For 500 bits, you can force a critical. Forcing a critical would turn just a regular roll, either success or failure, into a critical success or failure. For 1,000 bits, you can summon a new skeleton, which will bring in a new skeleton and new skeleton backstory. And for 500 bits on any roll, you can force it to re-roll. You can also, if you want to re-roll it again after that, it's 1,000 bits. And to re-roll it a third time, it is 2,000 bits. After that, we have to cut it off because the match has to keep going. So, with that, our first up is Benjamin. Benjamin finds himself tucked into the top corner of the arena. He is walled on one side by columns of stone, and there is a small wooden tower in front of him. He can see near the end of the wood of the tower the faint telltale glow of lava flowing beneath it. The hot ash washes over his hair as he surveys his surrounding. Benjamin, what do you do?
Benji takes a deep breath in and goes, just like home. And he's going to start heading towards the tower. Mm-hmm. I would like to roll to see if there's any traps because...
Oh, you learned that lesson?
I've learned that lesson.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you, Balon. So I'm going to roll a perception to see if there's any. 14. That's an 18.
Being underneath the tower, you do indeed see the telltale sign of saw mechanisms beneath the tower. Were you to hop up and merely sit peacefully inside the tower itself, buzzsaws would probably cut you to little pieces.
That's what I thought. All right. Is there any way to disable them from what I can see?
Absolutely. What sort of skill check are you going to make in order to do that?
I mean, my highest one is either athletics or intimidation.
I don't think,
I don't think I can
intimidate
them, so I'm going to use my athletics and try.
Okay. How? Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20.
So that is a critical success. This is actually something that was sent in last night, but didn't quite happen. Dramatic exit.
Cool.
The target is hit so hard that the attacker is given the opportunity to disappear from view.
That's cool.
And reappear in a new spot within 20 feet. So I think that athletics check will not only disable the trap mechanisms underneath the wooden tower, but allow you to appear on top of the tower.
I think that's great. So what it looks like, so Benjamin looks underneath and he sees that, And what he does is he propels himself with his metal arm. He shoots like a tongue of flame that shoots him straight up to the mechanism, and he shoulder checks it, and the mechanism shatters, and he lands on top.
Yeah, and you can see like sparks shooting off of the bottom and like through the false floor that Benjin has landed on top of, and you can hear the screaming groan of iron echo throughout the arena as he's pulled this off. One thing that I want to point out to the crowd, it's a new experimental thing that I'm going to try tonight. I will also throw a skeleton in the arena if we get subscribers. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, you will also have the privilege of summoning forth a skeleton. We'll see how that goes. With that, you've landed on top of the wooden tower in front of you. Now, Benjin sees before him there is a rickety plank connecting one wooden tower to another, and beneath them, a pit of lava.
Cool. Can I make another to see if this section is trapped as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay. 20, you see no traps before you.
Okay.
Apart from a mildly unstable platform, moving across it is going to take an acrobatics check for balance.
Can I make an athletics, or is it only acrobatics?
You can make an athletics.
Cool. That's a natural
That's
one.
a natural one. So I believe Benjin starts to cross this platform, and he falls. But rather than a delicate fall, he makes a thudding athletic fall where he tries to grab onto the rickety platform. Oh man, say no more, to hell with this.
Nice.
Do we begin with one?
No.
No, we don't. So that's my first.
That's your first. Okay, so you fall into
We
the
got a
lava
subscriber.
beneath. As you falling from the rickety platform, you grab with your metal arm, and you grab so hard that you shatter the platform that you were holding onto, sending you down into the lava. You are going to take. Oh, hey, 1 fire damage. You've bathed in lava your whole life.
I was dipped in it as a child. That's what happens. For those who don't know, Benjamin grew up with 30 other Hellsworn brothers. There are only 3 left because we spent our whole lives Sparta-esque fighting each other. So we all bathed in lava all the time, so it's fine. Cool.
Ooh, and we have a Twitch Prime sub. So we have a new skeleton entering the arena. And that is going to be... Oh my gosh, why is this? Oh no, that's a skeleton name. Okay.
It is?
This skeleton is Your Crippling Student Debt.
Oh.
And this one sent in by Tall Benjamin. Born from the collective loans and sorrows of the Dungeon Dome competitors, Your Crippling Student Debt uses the powers of corporate greed and variable interest rates to hunt down and financially cripple its prey. No one is safe, and time's run out. The collector of crypts is here, and your payment plan has begun. This one is going to be represented by this drow figure, and I'm going to point out that your crippling student debt will deal damage in money.
Oh, no.
So every time it hits you, it will steal 5 gold for every 1 damage that it's dealt you. We have another sub from Rourke9, and that is Calliope Whistle Thistle. This was sent in by Max Redman. A bard of great renown in ancient times, they played a large portable pipe organ that fit them like armor. They have a monkey familiar who played cymbals with whom Calliope was deeply in love. That is going to be represented by Small Benjamin here. And All right, we are back in the match, and unfortunately, it does look like one of our competitors has left. Oh, good, we have another skeleton to fill time.
I think we're gonna need more skeletons soon.
Yeah, there are miniatures over there, hun. Could you grab a bunch for me? This one was sent in by Sean Sullivan, and it is Scrags. Scrags is going to be played by Starlight Surprise in miniature form. Scrags' backstory is after an embarrassing dismantlement in the catacombs of Catharsis by a madman with a two-handed sword and destruction of the giant boulder. And the destruction of the giant boulder of bodies he had been assigned to by High Lord Wolnir, Scrags decided that he was being wasted in the dark crypt. Primetime is where he's meant to be. So Scrags is actually just a skeleton. Scrags was never a person. Scrags is a skeleton, and Scrags is going to be played by Starlight. And as Allie returns to the arena, it is time for her to take her turn.
Excellent.
Pile of people.
Perfect.
Pile of
Actually, need to
people.
look at the lava here. Okay, so Balon's on top of this tower. There's lava underneath the tower. That's good. We got a lot of skeletons. It's a party.
Yeah, so Balon sits on top of a massive tower, and actually she was able to look down at Benjen as he fell into the lava earlier. She looks down at the lava beneath her own tower and contemplates her own fate. I will point out to you that you have 2 potential paths that you could take. Actually, 3.
'Cause I could go back that way.
You could go, the top path has what looks like a treasure chest and a portal. One path leads you directly to this collection of skeletons that was summoned. The other path appears to have another chest and portal.
Awesome. So, what I'd like to do is, I'm going to take this path, I think. I'd like to climb down and hop over to this guy and then head towards that chest.
All right, climbing down is inconsequential, but hopping over is going to take an athletics check.
Okay.
Rourke 9. They make a good broth, though.
All right, we just got another subscriber.
Nice.
And this one is sent in by Tim Kleinschmidt, and its name is Bones, Bones, Bones 2.
Yeah.
A noble successor to the great skeleton warrior. Bones, Bones, Bones 2 is going to be
That's great.
Black Skeleton 2. And I'll put him in this area over here.
Okay. And you said athletics, right, James?
Yes. You do have inspiration.
Yeah, I'm going to spend one of those guys. Oh, it is the same
She
roll.
rolls 2 3s immediately.
But it's like an 8. No, it's a 9 athletics.
A 9 athletics?
Yeah.
Okay. That's still going to
not
send
very
you
good.
directly into the lava.
Damn it.
And you are going to take 4 damage from 4 fire damage as you fall short of your mark. Stick your sword into the side of a podium, but feel your feet slowly get burnt as you are holding yourself above
You
the
can't
lava.
see me. You're in the lava. And there's a fence.
He sees you on the megadome.
Yeah, I know.
Is
He's
the
like
Also,
flying
you
on
you
his
were
back.
very high up. You
Yeah.
fell.
No, I went down to the 2nd level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she fell after her jump. All right, Bones, Bones, Bones 2 is my new child, and I must protect them. Also, one of the fun things that happened in one of our previous matches that we can definitely bring back is people were actually role-playing audience members.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if I see a few of those go by,
It's
I'll
super fun.
definitely read them out to you guys. So while we've finished up with that movement, you can make another athletics check to try and
get
pull
out of the
yourself
lava?
out of the lava.
Yeah. It's going to be a 15.
All right, 15 will be enough to climb
Neat.
up to the top of this tower.
Cool.
But that's it.
Cool. That's fine.
All right.
It's early.
Next up, the arena would get to go, but no skeletons have any threats in range. So it is now Benjamin's turn.
So
And this is
Benjamin,
round
Enter
two.
round 2.
round 2. Okay. Benjamin comes out of the lava like he sees Balon fall. He laughs, but then he's like, I gotta get out of the lava. So he's going to try to climb out. I can't scale these, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can't scale. And
pretty thin,
moving
right?
over one of the stone walls or pillars that sort of separate one area from another is an instant disqualification.
Okay.
Wait, say that again?
So if you move, if you like jumped from here to here, that would be an instant disqualification. The idea is that this is a dungeon and would have ceilings, but obviously we need to allow
makes sense.
our
Okay.
audience to watch.
Yeah. Okay,
That
cool.
makes sense.
I'm gonna scale this sucker then with an athletics. That is a 9.
It will happen, but it's going to happen slowly, and you will take more damage. You can roll. You can re-roll it using your inspiration if you so choose.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that because I need to get out of this.
Oh,
A 10.
10 will do it.
Yay.
10 will
Yeah.
do it.
Average.
Just barely. The camera's like over the lip of it, and it's like he gets up, and then he kind of falls back again. Then he has to get back up, and it's the metal arm that comes up and scrambles up here. It's like, okay, Whew. All right now. At the top, and I see all of these skeletons.
There's just so many skeletons.
Oh my gosh.
It's a party.
What is this?
Acid?
That is a bubbling pool of mysterious liquid. You can roll some sort of knowledge check if you like.
Can I roll knowledge hell?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll
I
bet
hope
this.
it's booze.
It is, that's probably an intelligence, 6.
You've seen liquids like that before in hell, but you have no idea what it would do.
Yeah, Benjamin didn't get his head dunked in it like the lava. He had that all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a... No, that's not. So, Benjamin is just going to wade in. That's all.
Yeah, start killing skeletons.
How far
start
could I
whacking 'em.
jump?
I mean, from there, you can jump pretty far.
Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Benjamin's going to do a jump and parkour roll
Yes.
and land and roll and come up and try to fight this guy.
Awesome.
So do I need to roll an athletics for that? Or
Yes.
All right. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23.
So it's 1, 2, roll, come up right here. And Benjamin, as he rolls up, the skeleton turns around and looks at him, and he holds up his skull. He holds up Simon's skull. And he looks and says, it says, say, alas, poor Yorick. So he goes, alas, poor Yorick.
Cool.
And he also adds to it, born to hell, sworn to hell.
All right. I need you to roll a d10, please.
A d10. 4.
4. Okay, so every skeleton within 4 squares of you is going to be affected by this spell. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I believe you're going to get Tondir on your side and Willie O'Winsbury. So the red skeleton and this black skeleton are now under your command.
Cool. I'm going to send them. What is this right here?
That is a crystal.
Okay.
Are they decorative?
I'm actually going to send these guys. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them watch my back. So as I run to go do stuff, I want them to follow behind me, and if anybody gets close, to attack them.
Okay.
I give
And
them those orders.
How many do you get?
2.
Oh, okay, cool.
He only got the
Only
two
got the
because it has a range of effect on that item.
Okay, cool. Neat.
If I had been smart, I would have gotten over here and gotten all those guys, but it's fine. I think that's the end of my turn.
All right. Next up is going to be Balon.
Neat. Okay. From atop this little ledge here, can I check the safe ground, quote unquote, for traps from on high?
Yeah. Well, so yeah, to
Like
here.
this area?
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll it. Roll perception.
4 half-orc bros
going to-
are shirtless in
I
the
know.
stands with R-A-G-E painted on their chest cheering for Balon.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good. She sees them and she like winks.
Benjamin sees it and goes, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like that.
It's gonna be a 13
13.
perception.
13 will be enough for you to spot there is a square here that looks like it will drop down.
Like it will drop down.
Something, and either something will come out of it or it will be a pit.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna jump from here to like here
Okay.
to get onto the safe ground. What the heck is going on with this dice? I'm gonna re-roll it.
All right, giving herself advantage using that last bit of inspiration.
That's going to be a 15.
15 will do it.
And I'm out of inspiration, guys. So if you're,
That's
Ready
fine.
for that.
But then again, I'm out of inspiration too, so.
you don't need any. So she jumps over here, and then is that it for me?
Let's see. That was a move action. You got one more action.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the chest.
All right.
Whack it.
That chest opens up to be, let's see here, where are, if I can get my items in order.
Man, half-orcs. They're so great.
Actually, pick up the chest and open it and see if it is guaranteed to be a trap or just might be a trap.
It's a trap.
Okay.
Oh. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Half-orcs? You're into half-orcs?
They're cute.
Is that, what? How?
They're
Okay.
strong.
Oh, this is perfect. This is great. James, you're supposed to yell this.
Okay. Oh, yes. You've activated my trap card. This was sent in by Molar Wife.
Hi, Molar Wife. Hi, Molar Duck.
Yeah. You race along the ground when you find a 10-gallon hat, 15-gallon hat. Why aren't hats metric? It looks mighty fine. Ain't no harm in trying it on. Plus a mighty sunny day. It's a mighty sunny day here in the dome. You place it on your head, and as expected, it's too big. Wait, is it? It falls down onto your shoulders and seems to shrink a bit. What you thought were holes from magic missile line up in front of your eyes. Better hold on tight, partner. You now must talk like a cowboy / cowgirl for the remainder of the match. Every time you don't, you take 1d4 damage.
Oh, yes. This is great.
Oh, dear Lord.
So there was just a
Sweet
beautiful hat.
merciful shit. This hat is a trap.
This beautiful hat in there that she could not resist putting on her head.
It is a mighty fine hat. I cannot argue with that.
By the Prince Regent of Hell. I've lived in hell, and this is not as bad.
All right, so
It's gonna get worse, partner. Get ready.
you were trapped by that hat, and now it is time for the arena to act. And the arena, now seeing that Benjin is within range, is going to attack 5, 10, 15, 20. And before it can get to Benjin, this brave skeleton hops in the way, as was requested by its new master. And let's see here. Skeleton on skeleton violence is not something anyone likes to see. Man, it rolls a natural 20.
Woo!
Those are my good
Disco
babies.
Skeletons.
Let's see here. Oops.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, these are all crit failures in front of me. All right, the Manhattan Transfer. The person attacked flies backwards, bounces the top of their head on the pavement, and lands face down with a broken nose. Well, it's a skeleton, so this is not exactly the worst thing that could happen, but I will be adding some extra, an extra D4 for this skeleton's pain and suffering. As I roll this attack. Let's see, 1d6 plus 2 is normal, so 2 and 1, so that's 3 plus 3 for the d4 plus 2 on top of that. So this skeleton takes 8 damage as it gets the old Manhattan Transfer on it.
Well done, soldier. Born to hell, sworn to hell.
The skeleton says that in its echoey skeletal voice.
Their eyes are now red. Molten veins run through them now.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Is it
looks
pulsing like with their heartbeats and stuff?
Well, they have no hearts.
Right, but if they did, would it like pulse with it?
Sure.
That's pretty cool.
Right. And another skeleton is going to try and attack Benjin, but first it is intercepted by his red skeleton, which will attack. This one rolls a 2, so not quite a good intercept, as this skeleton will pass it up and go up to.
What was his name? What was that one's name?
The red one was Willie O. Winsbury.
Willie, you had one job, Willie. I gave you one job.
And this skeleton rolls a 5. So not great for skeleton rolls. It's like I think what happens is one skeleton starts running towards Benjin, and immediately stepping in front of it is another skeleton. The two clash and tussle and sort of get tangled up and like exchange some bones. And so the skeleton like that ends up coming towards you has like an arm for a foot, and like it goes up to you and like takes a swing at you with its short sword, but it does not quite hit.
I'm gonna repost on him. So he goes and he swings and he misses, and I'll repost.
I thought for repost it needed to actually hit you.
No, it's parry. It's on a hit.
Oh, okay.
Repost is on a miss.
Cool. Do it.
So it's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Oh
to
yeah,
hit.
23 will hit a skeleton, I think.
And I'm gonna use this. Oh, why not? I'll use it two-handed for this chance, which means it's a D10 plus 5 plus an additional D8. That is 15. That's 20. 20 damage.
20 damage. And Craig the Presumptuous is no more as he disappears into a poof of bone dust.
We've got 100 bits for disdain.
All right, ladies.
Thank you kindly, Russell Cat. I'll repay your gentleness someday.
So in comes, I'm like, Willie, you had one job. And the skeleton comes, and Benjin does a high parry and reposts, shattering this thing into dust. And he turns around, and then Balaam gets inspiration. He's like, what?
She like, what? She like does a little scoot dance with the hat
Big
on.
stupid hat. And I'm like, did you not see? I reposted. It was fine. It's okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The skeletons like kind of close in on you. 25, 30. Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
So on Simon's skull, it says, any skeleton that enters the area immediately comes under the thrall.
Yeah, that's going to be too powerful and
That's totally
unbalance
fine.
the game.
That's totally fine.
We have to make a couple adjustments to some of these items on the fly.
No, I imagine that there are, as magical rules go, the magical items change because of it.
Yeah.
Is this a one-time use then?
It is not
turn this
one-time
over.
use, I believe. I mean, it's one-time use during the fight,
Yeah.
certainly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's once per day.
Yeah, I'll put it over then.
Rourke.
What?
Boom. You don't have great social media presence. If you do,
All
this
you do
a
is
repost.
repost.
It's RIPOSTE. It's a sword move.
Yeah,
Rook.
you
These
got it.
fancy sword moves.
You showed him how cool you are, Drew. All right,
Yeah, I did.
let's move on to the top of round 3.
Oh boy.
And that is Benjen.
Benjamin, my turn. Okay, so Benjamin is going.
And you've destroyed 1 skeleton so far. Be sure to write down that you have 100 gold.
Okay, so I'm gonna add 100 here. I'm gonna reach out and grab the skeleton's bag of gold on his waist,
Ooh.
Oh, they've got gold on too. I missed that
and
part.
add that to mine. And so I'm gonna add an additional 100.
I missed that.
And then I'm going to head over here. 5, 10, 15, 20.
To grab its gold, you actually have. Oh no, you don't have to because you control him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But do you have to kill him normally?
normally you're awarded gold for killing them, but every opponent in the arena has gold
Gold
just
on
hanging
them.
off of them.
Oh.
Do
Okay.
I need to go over this with athletics, or can I just get over it?
To jump onto the tower?
No, until I get over it to get to this.
So you actually would need to go to the tower and get from the tower to here because moving over one of the stone walls
Oh yeah, it's a disqualification.
is a disqualification.
I want to try this.
All right.
Is there any way to jump and jump off?
All right, so you want to do a parkour maneuver known as the tic tac, where you jump onto a wall and use that wall to push you off to another destination. I think so. That is going to take an athletics check.
All right. Is there anyone who wants to give me inspiration in case I don't do
No.
it?
Nobody
Anybody?
wants to do
Anybody?
that.
I think people do.
I
It's
think you
gonna
can
be a
do
cool
it. Don't you
move.
have a metal arm? Use the metal arm.
Can we get a hell yeah for Benjamin as he rolls?
16,
16.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
He didn't even need it.
I don't even
I
need
told
it.
you you didn't need it.
So Benjamin, realizing that he's in a bit of 100 bits for parkour. Benjamin, as he realizes that he is in a room full of deadly skeletons with only control over a few of them, decides to make his situation a little bit better by running to a different area of the arena. He runs towards the lava pit with the giant wooden tower in front of them. He jumps over the lava. His feet make a contact with the tower. He pushes off the tower to jump into another part of the arena with a chest immediately in front of him.
Cool. Can I do a flashback on the big screen?
Yeah.
So on the big screen, we see a young Benjamin, maybe about 14, 15 years old, and a bunch of other Hellborn brother tieflings with him. And they're parkouring through hell, through the streets of Dis, and over stalactites and stuff. They loved to parkour and you see it shows up on Benjamin, and he gives the briefest happy smile that he's running with his brothers and doing all that. And then one of them falls to their death.
Yes, immediately.
And do you all start applauding?
And as he falls, we go, "Born to hell, sworn to hell!" And he raises his fist as he goes into the lava.
Ugh.
Awesome.
Shiny and chrome.
Yeah, yeah, dude. You end up in front of that treasure chest.
Sweet. Can I check it for traps?
Yes, you can.
Okay. It's based off of what, perception?
Yes.
That's a 15.
15, you can tell that this treasure chest appears to be breathing.
Oh shit.
Hey, there you go.
And it's a... I want to intimidate it.
Ooh. All right.
15, and with an intimidation, that's a 20.
All right. What do you do to intimidate this?
Benjamin gets down low to this treasure chest and whispers in its ear and goes, "I don't know if you're an illusion or a mimic, but you'd make a great, great roast. So you either do what I say, or you end up in the belly of Lord Dungeon."
The mimic, let's see here. Yeah, the mimic opens its eyes, and you can see that they're full of fear. And it's just sort of like opens its mouth like, Mimic can't speak, but it looks terrified.
Good. I go, I'm going to call you Bobby. So this is what's going to happen, Bobby. Do you have any treasure, Bobby?
It sort of shakes its head no.
Okay. You're going to head into that main room, Bobby, and you're going to fight skeletons for me. Do you understand?
It like flaps the top of its chest a bit, yes.
Good. Now get going, Bobby.
It sort of like looks at you like, over the lava?
Can I pick it up and toss it?
I guess, yeah, it's illegal for you to cross the stone, but not the mimic itself. Okay. So, yeah.
I'm going to roll, that's an athletics, so roll an athletics to pick him up and toss him. I'm going to re-roll that.
Yeah, do it.
15, 20.
That'll do it. You toss Bobby, who now opens its fangy maw
Perfect.
to prepare itself to fight some skeletons.
Then he takes a moment and goes, oh, gosh. And there's no, and he turns, and I think that's all of his movement. I don't think he can go any further.
Yeah, Benjen is, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So if you take a dash action.
Yeah, I'm going to continue to take a dash action because I'm not going to fight this. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And
oh, damn it. Damn it. I got complicit because there was a mimic.
Yeah, you thought there'd only be one trap.
I hope it's those whirling blades of death. Those are my favorite.
I hate those, and you know that.
Let's see here.
Benjen has a flashback about those, too. Benjen, king of flashbacks.
No lie, though.
Part of my tragic backstory.
Tragic backstory.
All right. So it looks like we're down to 2 user-submitted traps for this particular dungeon. Read the name of the trap.
It is called a silky, spidery rope net. This is submitted by Ariel. Silky, spidery web strings shoot out and wrap themselves around the competitor's limbs and torsos, restraining movement. It's a dex save.
Yep. So make your dex save.
I have nothing to re-roll.
I can tell you that that's not going to do it.
Nope.
I think with nozzles that sort of look like the soap sprayers from a car wash, like you are instantly caught in a spider's web and just sort of like.
I feel like the second before they hit you, you go. Yes.
Ooh, the trap rearms and teleports itself to a different spot in the arena every time.
Ooh,
So it's still in the mix.
So this one goes back into the pile. Hey, Ariel, thank you for thinking of that little nugget. That's very good.
That's a nugget.
So you will find that in another area.
Great.
But with that, we are on to Balan.
All right. So I did that trap check when I was up on the
So
podium.
you know it's trapped.
Can I, with that knowledge prior assessed, can I get to the portal without...
If you jump across that area,
Oh, yeah?
absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. Why not? I've got a cursed cowboy hat on. Let's do this. That's going to be a 12.
A 12? Yeah, I feel like that's like, because you just dive through the portal.
Yeah. Where
So-
do I come out?
So let's see here.
Over there?
This is the other purple portal. So Balan, faced with an area of grass that she knows is trapped, steps back and then dives forward over that trapped area through a purple portal into another area of the dungeon. She sort of rolls into a 3-point landing. She can see in front of her a green portal and a treasure chest.
Can I check the chest for traps?
You can absolutely do
I'm
that.
going to do that. I didn't do that last time. Oh, no. I'm going to re-roll that immediately. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be a 14 perception.
14 perception. You look at this treasure chest, and you can see that it appears to be breathing.
Hey, it's another one of those mimic things, isn't it? Oh, can I? I got an idea.
right,
Yeah,
that's
let's do
inspiration.
this. Okay, I would like. Okay, so when you touch a mimic, it can get you, right?
It gets sticky, yeah.
I would like.
I didn't like that smile. That was a bad smile. That was not good.
I would like to convince the mimic to let me chuck it through the green portal.
All right, so you are going to need to make either an intimidation of some sort or
I have performance.
performance. I don't know is going to
May not work. I can do intimidate. That's fine. I can do intimidate. We can do this.
Because let's see.
Okay.
Intimidation and persuasion also.
Nah, intimidate's better. Oh no, both of them are good. I got 5s in both of them.
So yeah, it depends on how you want to do it.
No, that's not.
You do have that
Use that
inspiration.
inspiration.
I'm gonna use it. Keep them coming,
Yeah.
everybody. Where are those half orcs at? Let's go.
Half orcs.
That's gonna be a 17 intimidate on this mimic.
All right. So what do you say to it?
I say, now listen here, mimic. I see you breathing. I smell your weird little mimic breath. Now, you came into this dome thinking you were gonna trap me, huh? I got an idea. I'm gonna chuck you through that green portal, and you're gonna trap somebody else.
Are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm sorry.
All
What you think about that, mimic?
So the mimic just like sees the gigantic pillar of bulging muscle and rage, barely contained rage in front of it.
Oh yeah,
wearing
it's coming.
what must be a 13-gallon hat, maybe 15-gallon, can't quite tell. It just sort of nods. Now I'll need you to make an athletics check.
All right.
Elves, the true southerners of
That's
fantasy.
gonna be a 15.
15 is going to be enough. You toss this mimic into the portal, and it
What do you
comes
think I was
out
gonna do?
The
I don't
other
know.
side.
Help out?
You're not helping me out at all.
Did you see that I sent them? So Benjamin is suspended, and he's whistling. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. It's like trying to move a little bit. Nobody knows my. And then the mimic comes out. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, you can see it around the
Kadoosh.
corner. Meanwhile, the arena goes, and this mimic has been told to kill skeletons 5, 10, 15, and goes after the first skeleton that it sees. Oh my
You
god.
shouldn't have checked Bobby, huh?
It goes after the first skeleton that it sees, which, unfortunately for Drew, is Tondir, one of the skeletons that he
Right.
controls.
I noticed that. I didn't give him a specific.
But he bites poorly as he misses. The skeletons that Drew controls, who have just been instructed to kill things that come after Drew, and they cannot quite see this mimic situation, so they are just going to be frozen there for the time being. The other skeletons don't have anybody in their line of sight. This one will pick itself up. But apart from that, that's all that's going on as the arena goes. Now we enter round 4. We are about halfway to the dragon waking up.
This is not good, y'all.
The only person who's gotten any sort of wealth at all is Benjamin, who's killed a skeleton and stole another skeleton's satchel of gold. I will point out that those mimics also have gold on them.
Attached to
I
them?
asked him if he had treasure. He said
He
no.
says he has treasure, which he does not have treasure inside him,
Oh.
but every living monster in the arena does have a satchel of 100 gold that is awarded to you for their death. 100 for Bobby!
100
Hell
Bobby.
yeah!
Woo!
Hell yeah!
One for Bobby.
That puts me up to 2
Born to hell, sworn to hell for Bobby.
All
for the
right.
arena. And it is going to be Benjamin's turn. You are caught in spider's webs. You see a mimic at the end of the hall. Actually, no, the mimic should have gone.
Yeah, it's his turn. He
Yep.
should have gone.
So the mimic is going to hop forward and immediately hop into the spinning blade.
I knew they were here
God.
somewhere.
So that trap
damn.
actually saved me.
Yes.
Now who's helping who out?
Oh, can you hear me? Can you see me through the portal?
It's on the thing.
Oh.
Duh.
Inadvertently, you didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I still did it, didn't I?
Yeah, but you didn't mean to. There's a difference.
So?
Intention is important, Balon.
Is it?
It's very important.
Is it?
Intention is exactly important. It's not about what we're doing, it's what we intend.
All right. So
I don't think that's true.
I think that is very true.
I don't think that's true at all.
the path to hell is paved with good intentions.
Exactly.
Yeah. It still leads to hell.
It's not that bad this time of year.
Well,
It is Benjamin's turn.
Okay.
I feel like that's different for you. I feel like it's not that bad this time of year for you, but maybe not for other people.
How do I get out of these? Do I?
It's going to be, I think, an athletics check will
Athletics?
break free from it.
It's a 13.
13. 13 will pull a single arm free, taking up one of your movements.
It's my metal arm.
Yeah, it's sort of like it heats up,
Yeah.
screams with that soul scream.
And like they melt around it, and he pulls it free. Can I get a roll with advantage now that one's free to try to get rid of the rest of them?
Yeah, I think that's good.
18, 14. So it's an 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 to get the rest of them.
23 is going to do it. You can pull yourself free from all of those spider webs. But those are your movements for this turn.
Yeah, I'm done with that. What do I want to do? I feel like I can. From where I am, right here, close to this, can I disable the trap?
Absolutely.
Okay. I have a vial of acid that I would love to melt the mechanism with this.
Yeah, if you've got an acid vial in your equipment, you can just throw that on there, and it will eliminate the trap.
Awesome. And that's a dex to throw it? Or
Yep.
Okay. 16, 17, 19.
19. 19 is enough. You sort of hit the gears on this spinning blade and melt off the blade component, leaving a mimic sitting in a puddle of acid in front of you.
Okay, and that's all I can do.
That's your turn.
That's my turn.
And Balon,
Hey.
what you gonna do?
Okay, so now I'm stuck in this little cubby hole over here. I would like to go through the green portal.
All right.
Because if I go back through the purple one, I'm going to land on a trap.
All right, you're just moving straight through the green portal?
Yes, sir.
All right. Why are you rolling?
Oh, I thought you wanted me to dive through this one too.
Oh, well, okay. That's what I was asking. If you were just moving straight through it, or were you diving
Oh,
through it?
no, then I'm just going to walk straight through it.
All right.
That's fine.
If you're going to walk straight through it, you do hit a trap.
Oh,
All right.
now I'm confused.
Okay, so I asked you if you were going to go straight through it.
Yes.
Because if you're just going to walk straight through it, you're going to hit a trap. And if you're going to dive through it,
I
you're
understand
going to
now.
not hit
Yeah.
a trap. But yeah, deciding not to avoid the trap or not check for the trap. More importantly, 6 damage comes at you as you walk right into spinning blades.
Oh, my favorite. Okie dokie.
Alrighty, but you still have movement left. Are you going to move through the trap?
Yes.
And continue on through that portal.
Yes.
You pop out the other side of this portal. Pew.
Can I retrieve the gold from the mimic that I chucked?
Absolutely, that is going to take some sort of stealth check. Yeah, it's going to be stealth to just steal that gold from it.
Cool. Yeah, that's gonna be a 19 stealth.
That's 100 gold.
Nice.
And so you just give it like a pat on the butt for good luck and steal all
Yep.
of its treasure.
Okay. And then Benjamin has just got out of the strings, right?
And I
Yep.
melted the trap.
You melted the trap.
spinning
There's
blades.
like spinning blades and like a small pool of acid on the ground.
Do I
guess
do I
this
see
mimic
you?
should be
I'm
here.
around the corner. What do you
Yeah,
think, James?
I think you definitely see each other.
Oh, look who decided to show
Oh,
up.
hey!
How are you, Balon?
Great! She rages out. So we're raging now.
All right. Just the sight of him.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, just the side of, and he's
I
been
got my feet back.
yelling
I would say I got my
stupid
feet
stuff
back,
at us the whole
but-
time.
Because I heard my feet were broken off with the stone.
The stone.
Did I have those regrown or?
Yeah, they were put back with a painful surgery.
Okay.
There's like painless magic to do it, but hell
No,
has-
hell would have made it
hell
painful.
doesn't cover that with
No,
their
no. With
Their
their
package.
their
Is it painful?
Fine.
We'll cover the pain, but not the non-painful stuff.
yeah, that spells out of network.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Um,
I'm gonna then. So wait, the stealing the gold from the other person. How does that work? Do I have to kill him first?
You can.
Do I have to take it from him and
You
then
wanna take
kill
it
him?
from me? Come on.
I'm just asking.
So if you grapple him and pin him, you'll be able to take it.
Great, that sounds good. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna come after him. In order to do a grapple, do I need to not have a sword in my hand?
I mean,
Yeah.
you can just like sheath it. It's not a big deal.
Come after him. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come at him. Do I need to roll a something, an athletics perhaps,
So
or a strength to get him?
Yeah. So to initiate a grapple check, it is going to be strength versus either strength or dex, whichever you prefer, Drew.
They're both the same.
All right. Opposed rolls.
Oh wait. Is it a save?
I mean, sort of a save. Like,
If it's a save, then strength.
yeah. Go for that.
So we each roll.
Sinomore has some inspiration.
Yep, I just bumped it up.
14.
All right.
18.
So it looks like Balon has control of the grapple. You will need another roll, which I don't think you have enough actions to do it. But next round you'll be able to pin him, and if you pin him, you can take his gold.
Does that mean that because his turn comes before my turn, he has a chance to get out of it before I can take it?
Absolutely.
Well, that's dumb.
I
But
think
I
that's
understand.
great.
I think that's fair.
Can we say that like she tackles Benjin and they're on the ground and their faces are really close? And
Yeah.
Cameras are like
the cameras are like
shaking, yeah.
shaking and they're like
Yeah.
very close to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can smell
It's
her.
really close,
Yeah.
and that the mimic is just sort of standing there like awkwardly, like
Like his eyes are going
do.
back. Like,
I don't know what to do.
that's so good.
Um,
These poor mimics.
meanwhile, this other mimic is just trying to chomp on skeletons.
Chomp.
Hey, he gets a nat 20 with that chomp.
Ooh.
Good boy, Bobby.
That's a good chomp.
Good job, Bobby.
I like that the skeletons and the mimics are the ones rolling crits here.
Well, no, Benjamin had a bunch of crits
Benjamin,
at the
that's
beginning.
true.
At the beginning, I did.
He's fine. So my half-orc fans in the stands, James, have donned 10-gallon beer hats, and now they're punching each other in celebration of me going into rage.
Hell yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
They've bumped into a group of halflings who now spill their beers. It's going to be a big fight up there, I think. Maybe get some security going.
Absolutely.
Oh man, what's the security like in the dome?
Oh, like
Boy.
I don't even know.
We'll get into that as it comes up. So this one was sent in by Max Redmond, and it is a helpful backflip. After you hit, you can do a sweet backflip that puts you in an advantageous position. So first up, this mimic rolls its damage. Okay. All right. So it does 20 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Obliterating
crunch,
this
crunch,
crunch.
skeleton, and then does a backflip. That backflip is going to put it right here so that it can threaten this other skeleton.
Good job.
Bobby. That's how Bobby does
That's how
it.
Bobby does it. What's the zone? It's for parking. Sorry, guys.
Okay. So after Bobby finishes his backflip, I believe that's all that the arena is going to do as we enter round 5.
Round
Oh
5.
boy.
Okay. Would you do it for me real quick? Thank you so much. So we're pinned and we're wrestling back and forth with each other.
Oh my God, yeah. There's a kiss cam.
Yes, it's got like hearts and bubbles.
So yeah, the kiss cam starts going around the arena. The first thing that we see is this couple where there's a giantess and a halfling like sitting together, and like the giantess like has to pick up the halfling for them to kiss, and it's very sweet. Then we go over to another part of the crowd where we see an elf and a human. We see like kind of a non-binary looking human and a super butch elf. And they kiss. It's very sweet. And then the last of the kiss cam like goes over to Allie's half-orcs in the crowd. And they're like punching each other and whatnot. And they see the kiss cam and they just start kissing each other.
Yay!
And it's orc kissing. All right, so we are gonna head back over to.
So we're rolling around on the ground. I'm like, there is a dragon.
Yeah, but we just gotta get out of this with all the gold.
You just need to give it to me then.
Why?
Because
Why would I do
you
that?
are bad with money.
Why would I do
All right,
Let's
look.
get another
even know
opposed
that.
check.
I mean, yeah, okay, so 9.
18.
18. Bale, like it.
She's so big.
She's so strong. She's
You
just so
like
strong.
it.
Don't do that. Don't tell me I like it. Look, this is against
You're
my
from hell. You
this
love
is my
pain.
no, this is against my consent. I did
you
not consent
love
to this.
pain.
And it is Balon's turn. Balon.
Great.
One more opposed grapple, and you will have pinned Benjen, and you will be able to take his gold.
Hold on.
No, come on.
Can I? Oh no.
No,
I'm trying to think of what I can do here.
I'm grappling you.
I know. I can do an action surge and get a second action to try again.
That's a great idea.
I'm gonna do that.
You should do that.
So now we have 2 more opposed rolls?
Yep, 2 more opposed rolls before you get that gold. Oh my God, he can't roll.
I can't.
He can't roll.
I can't.
Oh my God, nat 20.
Ah!
I would like to say that the nat 20 eradicates the need for the second
I think
roll.
that just does it. You're absolutely right there.
Just pins me.
You straddling Benjen, you manage to get both of his hands on the ground above his head. You reach down to his belt, fumble around a bit. and then
around a bit.
Pull up the gold.
Yep.
There's definitely a moment that's like, that's not.
That's not it.
That's
no,
not
that's
it.
not it.
And with that, you have the gold in hand.
It's 500 gold.
500 gold, nice. And you now have movement to do with what you like.
Great.
Burn that action surge.
I would like.
I wouldn't have had to have burned my action surge if the chat would give us some inspiration.
But with robbery, that's good. I would like to.
Yeah, he's giving they're giving inspiration. It's just not going.
Come on.
Man, where's Jordan when you need him?
Yeah,
where
Jordan,
is Jordan?
Where are you?
I bet he's working. That's okay. All right. I would like to. We're kind of stuck back here, aren't we?
You can do a similar maneuver, either tic tac,
parkour.
or you can grab this rope and
The
heroically swing on the rope. It's there. It's swingable.
What are we in, round 5? This is round 5. It's going to wake up in 3 more rounds. There's so much more treasure out there. So, is there a way for...
Oh, and I want to point out, this dragon here is sitting on a massive pile of gold.
Right.
Just truly enormous pile of gold. So you can just fill your coffers up. Each round, you'll be able to grab 300 gold from that dragon.
Mollerduck,
Horde.
what accent do you want Benjamin to have?
Maybe fall into a trap and see what hits you. So wait, he parkoured over this corner, right?
So no, he did not.
What did he do?
He jumped from here onto this there and then went there.
Yeah. I'm going to try the same thing, but in the reverse to get in here.
All right. Not being trained in parkour, you'll just do this without advantage.
Okay. So are we talking athletics or acrobatics? Or are they both kind of the same in this case?
I think it would be acrobatics doing parkour stuff, but you can roll your athletics. Oh yeah, wicked bad.
Yeah.
It's wicked bad in hell.
What are you doing? Don't take it from me. What are
What
you
is
doing?
the hellish accent?
Oh, you're
I said.
That's going to be
I come from the city of Dis.
it's going to be a 10.
That's not what I could do for you.
10
What
ain't
hell?
gonna do it.
It's not.
Yeah, 10, you are going to stumble into the lava a bit. It's not graceful like Benjamin's movement. It's, it's barbaric.
Doesn't have to be.
You stumble past the lava, taking 2 damage.
Got it.
All right. And
That's it for me, I think.
that's
right?
it for you.
Yep.
And hey, guess what? We have a bunch of skeletons in here.
Hey, guys.
And some of them are not being mind controlled right now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Let's see. Our red skeleton is Willia Winsbury. Oh, wait, that's Drew's skeleton.
That's mine. That's mine.
So we got to go back here. And the plus skeleton is Beans.
Beans.
Beans runs up to you. Beans, for some reason, has a steering wheel from a truck in his hands. And Beans rolls a natural 20. Hell yeah, Beans.
Was Beans a corgi?
Beans is the corgi one.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Beans is the corgi. So he's got a truck steering wheel in his little corgi
Little
teeth.
corgi mouth.
And he bashes you
Wham!
with it. What good? Scarface, sent in by Jeremy Davidson. On a hit, recipient receives a permanent facial scar. Ooh.
I'm into that. That's fine.
Ooh.
Bring it.
So you're going to have to tell me what this scar is going to look like as he deals his damage. 6 damage.
6 damage. That's fine.
Oh, you're raging, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I am.
So you take
it's
half.
only
You take
3.
half. So 3 damage. But it does leave you with a little bit of a scar.
Oh, scar, huh? Let's see. I think... Because she's already got one over one eye.
Yeah.
I think this one is like she ducks her head back as he hits her, and it goes.
I think it's just beneath the hairline here.
Oh, like
mainly
here?
so we don't have to change any official art.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
That's fair.
there's the
So it's
facial.
like right here.
Yeah, if it was from another Dungeon Dome competitor, I would want it to be more visible, but it's from
Sure.
a skeleton.
That's fine.
So yeah, this little corgi jumps up and wham, hits her right across the top of the head. Like you just got over the hot foot from the lava. You come out and a little corgi comes up. You're like, oh, that's a cute little bone corgi. Wingo, right in the head.
Bone corgi. That's the name of my ska band.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and
I find
30.
you inane. You inane and
Oh,
stupid.
you're doing an accent now because you feel left out?
No, I don't feel left out. What I want is people to give me things.
That's the same thing.
That's not feeling left out. That's called strategy.
No.
It's strategy. That's what it is.
That's
right.
begging is what it sounds like.
I will beg. We are not proud in hell.
Oh, I thought that was the whole point. I thought y'all were too
At my
proud.
level, we're not proud.
Okay.
Okay, the drow skeleton rolls, and he is going to miss, which is good because he's the one who drains your money.
Oh, how do I kill him?
I mean, you
Bash the shit out of
the
him?
same way you kill everything else.
Just checking.
All right.
Making sure that it's
so
still
that is the arena's
eligible.
turn as we enter round 6.
We are not proud of now.
Drag it. There we go. There we go.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Pride
Thank you.
is an advanced skill in hell.
So Benjamin has just been brutally violated, and and then she runs away. Don't even stay to cuddle. And he watches her go, and she jumps and she knocks off. So what Benjamin wants to do is he's gonna run. He's gonna run, grab the rope, swing around this way, and knock into these people here.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Kicking
yeah.
one skeleton into her. I like it. Make your roll. It's going to be an athletics check and an attack roll.
What's the name of the drow skeleton? They want to know.
The drow skeleton's name is Your Crippling Student Debt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the crippling student debt. So that is I believe it's a 16 to do it.
All right, so 16 is going to make your athletics roll, and now make your attack roll.
I'm gonna make an attack roll. Do I just add strength to it, or because
Yeah.
I mean, unless do you mind if I use my weapon with it, or am I just rolling into him?
Well, depending on how you describe it.
All right, no, I'm going to use my longsword with it. So,
Okay.
And I'm doing it one-handed, like I said. So it's gonna be a +5, and that's a natural
That's a nat
20.
20! All right. Okay. This one was sent in by Ben Rosenblum. It is 17776 in New Celia. Your incredible success pleases Zorm, the deific satellite god of technology and progress,
Yes.
who's tuned into the Twitch stream of the match. Zorm sends you a monodrome. Okay. I have a feeling other people get this reference. What is Zorm?
Oh, well, I don't know what Zorm is, but 17776 is a thing that was on the internet.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the satellites.
That's right. This is that football,
The football
thing.
Yeah, it's football
in
from the future as watched by satellites. It's very good.
So I'm not sure what a monodrome is going to end up being, but Drew, you are gifted with an item which will give you 200 gold.
All right.
We'll figure out what a monodrome. Hey, Cheerio Buffet just subbed,
Yay!
which
Yay.
means we
New
have
skeleton. New skeleton.
Yeah. This one sent in by Jeremy Davidson. Her Royal Highness Androdrol. Formerly a consummate time traveler, she kept running until one day time finally caught up when she landed in the dome and was unable to escape. Her Highness Androdrol isn't actually royalty, but likes the affectation. Since she traveled through time so much, it became almost impossible to prove otherwise, as no one knew her actual origin. And this is going to be played by our purple skeleton. And I'm going to have her show up in this area of the arena. Thank you so much for sending that in.
Very nice. So do I roll damage? Is that on my crippling student debt?
Yes.
All right, I'll roll that on my crippling student debt. And it is a 1, which means that it is then a 6 damage.
All right, 6 damage plus 1 more comes to you, Balon, as your crippling student debt is catapulted forward into you.
And since I'm taking half damage in rage, do I just go with the 1,
thank
or are we
you. That's
round
very
it
good.
down to nothing?
So,
Havadyad.
oh no. So it was 6 that you did. So 7 damage to you. So you would take 3.
Got it.
And lose your 5. It was like 2 gold for every 1, so you're losing 6 gold there. And you have destroyed your crippling student debt. I think there are going to be a lot of people
if
in
only.
the audience happen for that. Yeah, the skeletons are teleported in whenever you guys summon them. So, yeah, crippling student debt has been defeated, and it is now Balon's turn.
Great. So I've still got Beans right there, right?
Yeah, Beans,
All right.
Beans the corgi skeleton.
I'm going
is
to
in
put the
front of
hurt
you.
on Beans. With the
To
great.
hell with student debt.
All right, here's the great sword. That is not
that is
good.
not a
We're
good
gonna
roll.
spend an inspiration. 'cause
Yeah,
I
spend that
don't have time for
inspiration.
this. What the actual hell?
Is the exact same thing as
It's the
before.
exact same thing. That's still going to be a 10.
Not enough. Not enough. Beans deftly dodges out of the way.
He's
as you-
very short.
Ha! Ha!
He's very short.
Go on, get! Get!
Get out of here.
As it faces you down. And now it's Beans' turn. Beans strikes back with another critical hit from Beans.
Can we switch dice, Beans? What's happening over here?
Okay.
Oh, that'd probably be like a handle animal.
Okay. Establishing flashback. Ooh, I like this. As the critter prepares their action, the camera briefly flashes back to a memory in their childhood or past that establishes their familiarity and or skill with the role.
Oh, goodness.
We get a Beans flashback.
So we get a Beans flashback. And we said Beans was transformed by a wizard.
Yes.
So we see a flashback with Kazoodle
my gosh.
and Beans in its days as a living corgi. Okay, let's try this again. This person infiltrated my home. Now I want you to pick up this steering wheel from a Mack truck. Don't worry about what that could possibly mean in this universe. And take that in your little jaws. That's it. Now be a good Beans. Be a good Beans and clobber this intruder. Beans, you want a dental treat, don't you? You want a dental treat, you're gonna clobber the intruder, Beans.
oh my gosh.
And with that, like, Beans, like, sort of walks over and, like, lightly taps the intruder and then, like, looks up to Kazoodle. No, Beans, I want to see blood. I want to see blood, Beans. And then Beans, like, the camera cuts away as Beans, like, wham, wham, and a little speck of blood hits the wall.
Just a shadow.
As we cut to
That's
the
so
present,
sad.
where Beans hits you for, okay, that is 11 damage coming from Beans.
You take half, remember that.
So 5 or 6?
5.
5.
And the audience just goes, "Aww," as they see that skeletal corgi taught its first murder. And meanwhile, nobody's tried to attack Benjin, and that skeleton has not been issued new orders. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Not quite enough to get close enough to Benjin to attack. And guys, we're entering round 7.
Oh
no
my
one's
gosh.
even gotten close to that dragon.
Quick question. Is it possible?
Corgi treatment. He didn't mistreat that corgi. He offered it a treat in order to do a trick that was clobbering intruders.
Is there a way to get Beans on my side?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's just a skeleton.
If there's no way to get Beans on my side,
And Beans is getting so
I
much
know
inspiration.
Beans has inspiration. I want that sweet inspiration that Beans has. How badly have you hit Beans at all?
No, Beans
I
has not
missed.
been hit.
I couldn't hit him. He's too short.
Beans is a force of nature.
So
Hey, everybody, remember to tweet out #Beans is alive.
Beans, yeah. So Benjin has a hellhound corgi. Mm-hmm. That's his own. He can't.
He can't hit Beans?
I can't hit Beans.
You can't hit Beans.
Because he has a hellhound corgi.
I mean, there's this other skeleton.
This is
in
another
front
skeleton
of
right
you.
here. Like I'm looking over at you, and you're like,
Yeah,
you're being
Calliope
whack,
Whistle
whack,
Thistles
whack.
over there.
And I'm like, shrug, and I go to fight this other one. Turn. And it's gonna be an attack.
Roll it up.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. That's another crit. Guys, we're doing well for the crits here.
Natural 20.
And this one sent in by Jake Mara. It is Blazing Fists. Congratulations, the elements have come to your aid as the sheer force of your bodily blow ignites literal flames. For a critical hit in an unarmed strike, let's see. Okay, well, it's not unarmed strike, and that's a little. We're not going to force you into that, so you're going to add an extra 2d6 to your damage roll.
Sweet. So it's 1d10 plus 2d6, which is going to be 8, 9, 10, 15 damage.
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
So that is enough to just straight up kill Calliope with a Whistle Thistle.
So Benjen looks over, sees Balon be like bashed to hell by Beans, and then shrugs and turns around and faces Calliope. Is that who it is?
Yeah.
And then with an overhanging parry, he takes the legs out from underneath the skeleton and then backslashes through the top of it, so before it can ever hit the ground, and it dissolves into dust. And he's gonna move. And it dissolves into dust, and he puts his hand out, and the bag of gold lands in his hand. So that's another 100. And I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. I'm going to get the 100 from him as well.
I think that one you're controlling.
Yeah, I know. So
Oh yeah, you're grabbing. Okay.
I just go and I take it from him.
Cool.
And I give him orders of go fight when. And it's very whispered, like nobody can hear it. Like maybe the dome zooms in as he like whispers to the skeleton, "Go help Balon."
Ooh, I like it. I think the dome techs are going to like make it so like it's just a zoom in. So for anybody who can lip read, that's what the audience gets, and everybody is sort of shrouded in mystery.
And that was 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. He's going to go for this because there's
Something going on over there.
can't see any other way. But is there? Can I make a spot, a perception to see if there's any traps in this area?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll do that. And it is a 8.
You didn't see nothing.
I saw nothing. Nothing was there. I'm actually gonna re-roll. I'll use an inspiration and re-roll it, which is now 14.
You didn't see nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Making extra sure.
Gonna make extra sure that it's there.
Making double
Nothing.
sure.
All right, and now it is time for Balon. Balon.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby!
I'm gonna swing at Beans again because I'm pretty mad about this corgi thing. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna.
There's a whole contingent of deaf/OHO halflings who are on their feet.
There's a lot of clapping.
That's so good. Oh gosh. Okay, so that's gonna be a 23 to hit Beans.
That will hit Beans.
Great. And that's gonna be 9 to damage.
All right, 9 damage.
Oh wait, 12 damage.
12 damage.
There we go.
All right, Beans. After that strike, Beans is hurting. Like a bunch of bones fall
she's like,
off Beans.
Benjen runs off and she's like, ah!
Essentially doesn't have a rib cage anymore. Beans is.
There's sad violin music playing in the background.
Bad Beans, bad Beans.
And next up, this skeleton runs up to carry out its instructions and goes down and is going to attempt a grapple check with Beans, and manages to just pick Beans up.
Oh.
And like, there's now
With his little bony
legs kicking in the air. And let's see, this mimic, I guess, is gonna 1, 5, 10, and 15 hop over here, and that's the end of round 7. Guys, we enter the top of round 8.
Oh no!
A massive yawn echoes through the arena.
I feel like everybody stops what they're doing and goes,
I've heard that if you don't move, they can't see you.
And it is Benjamin's turn.
oh no.
I go, Bobby! Bobby! Bobby, get over here! And I looked around here and I saw nothing,
You
right?
saw nothing.
5, 10, 15. I'm going to check this area, see if I see anything. I see nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, now I'm going to do it. 15, what was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You're good.
And I'll spend the rest of, I'm not going to attack anybody, so I'll go as far as I can, and I will touch this.
For the dragon.
Are you
Hell
kidding me,
yeah,
son?
dude. Loving this.
I'll touch this.
You touch this, and time once again appears to stop. And there is a voice that seems to reverberate from the dome itself. You can hear it in the essence of your being. Once again, Benjamin. How are you?
It's been hard, okay? Like, it's been a really hard life, and there's been a lot of things going on, and I feel like, you know, there's not really anybody I can talk to. So, I mean, I'm happy that I have someone I can talk to, in you, disembodied voice of the dome.
I understand that. I understand that, and I'm happy to provide that for you.
Good, I'm glad. Can you help me in any other way today?
I can. All you need to do is tell me a great truth, and I can offer you something that you desire.
Is the whole dome gonna hear this?
The information will go to certain observers, but not the entire dome.
Okay. All right, I'll tell you, okay? I didn't do what Balon thinks I did.
With that, the statue just sort of like pulses for a second. That's acceptable. It teleports away, but you know, in your heart of hearts, there is a wish that pulses there,
Oh,
granted
man.
to you by the dome.
Oh, man. Oh, Benjamin feels this wish. He feels it glowing inside. And it pushes away the hellfire that's in his heart. And he thinks about all the things that he wants. And he thinks about all the things that he, quote unquote, needs in his life. And he thinks about Claudish. And he thinks about Balon. And he thinks about Galatea. And then as he's scrolling through this, he eventually lands on Dungeon. And he goes back through his whole life with how Dungeon has treated him, about his mother, and about Queen Felicia. Queen Felicia? And it makes him really mad. But that conditioning that his whole life has been about, to be here in the dome, to step up for the glory of hell, overrides everything. And he wishes that the dragon is defeated.
Okay.
And that's what he wishes for.
Okay. So with in that moment, all those things flash before him. Then we see over at the other end of the arena a dragon slowly sort of stretching, ready to move forth. And as it takes its first step forward, it stops suddenly and collapses, making a death save. You can feel the pouch on your hip swell with the presence of
damn it.
1,000 gold pieces.
Do we see the dragon disappear on the Jumbotron?
Yeah, you see in the Megadome, at the center of the dome, the dragon step forward and fall down dead.
What in tarnation's going on in there?
The dome cam goes over to Benjen, and he's on his knees, covered in gold, like gold is just showering down on him. And as it's showering down on him, we see he's trying hard not to let the camera see that he's crying.
What the hell was that?
What the
What the hell was
that?
that? That dragon's contract was very specific. Oh my god! Oh my god, the dragon's down! What happened to that statue? Who put that in the arena? What? The megaphone's on? Wow, what a great move from Benjen. It looks like he defeated the dragon somehow. Good for Benjen, I guess. Get over here.
There's, like,
you get
shuffling
over here
papers.
as Kazoodle's mic cuts off.
What the hell was that?
All right, so it looks like 200 or two inspiration for Benjen and 1 inspiration for Balon.
And Benjen, as he's crying, stands up, turns around, looks over to where Balon is, draws his sword, and rushes for her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby.
All right, and it is Balon's turn.
Yes.
And he's as he's like, he starts out, what it is, he stands up and he takes like step, and he begins to run faster and faster.
Yeah.
And he's monitoring to himself, born to hell, sworn to hell, born to hell, sworn to hell, born to hell, sworn to hell.
She's looking at him like he's crazy, like he's growing a 3rd head or something. And then she sees him draw the sword and she goes, yeah! And she, get her, Hellboy, that's good.
Get her.
She like moulinees her sword over her head and rushes to meet him. So what do I got? I got 30, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's not.
I say.
You want to
why
fudge
not?
that? Let's fudge that.
Let's meet.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put the hurt on him. Let's do this.
Straw Dog asking the real questions. A 3rd head.
Oh yeah, he's crazier than a 6-toed rattlesnake in here. Okay, so that's gonna be 22 to hit.
Pretty
22
sure
to
that
hit.
hits.
I parry.
I fucking hate your parries. This.
He's a fighter, dude. He's good at fighting.
Fancy sword stuff.
Use reaction. It's 1d8, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 what?
Whatever your damage is.
That's 11 damage?
No. It will take 11 damage away.
So is it slashing, piercing, bludgeoning, I think is the question?
Oh, it's whatever damage you're doing to me.
Oh, it takes away 11 from whatever. I haven't rolled damage yet.
I know.
So roll your damage.
That's why I said I'm just gonna parry.
I see. Okay. I didn't know that's how that worked. That's going to be 11 plus... That's...
Basic math.
so bad at it, and I've got this cowboy hat on, so I'm getting stupider by the second.
Well, hey, let's not offend our cowboy fans.
14...
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's just this cursed cowboy hat. It makes me stupid. So that's 14 damage.
14 damage.
So
Minus-
I parry 11 of it and take 3.
So yeah, I think
trash.
it is the sort of thing where Balon comes in with a huge side swipe. Benjen meets the sword, and like it's not that he's cut at all, but like the impact of it is like driven back into his body because he's still pushing against her tremendous strength.
Yeah. So that's a second combat dice done. To which Benjen does a hell yes.
Yeah, he's So yeah, I guess, I mean, it doesn't matter to count the rounds anymore, except I guess stuff does still move. 5, 10, 15. The mimic slowly hops around.
So with 5, what can I do here? It automatically hits.
Mm-hmm. You can have it just automatically hit.
It's gonna automatically hit. And
that's just a regular attack because you spent all 5, right?
Yep, I spent all 5. So automatically hits And it's going to be my hell yes, which is, I mean...
You can roll a d20 to see
Yeah.
if it crits, but other than that,
I'll see if it crits or not.
but it will hit no matter what.
No, it does not.
Does not crit.
Does not crit. So it's going to be a... so I have 2 more. I'm going to add 2d6 to the attack.
Cool.
So it's going to be, I'm going to use a 1d10 and 1d10 plus 2d6 plus 5.
Oh, I see what happened. In the future, you're
Yeah.
supposed to cap the inspiration you take at 5.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll.
Okay.
Hand
And
wave
then
for
we'll just say that it's
confusion.
done. I just used it all. So it's 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23 damage.
But you take
Half.
half.
So 12
12 damage.
or 11?
you round down.
So 11.
What happens is Benjamin puts his arms up, takes that 3 damage. He back end parries her blade. He like gets it out of the way and then brings it over his head in a 2-handed swipe. It lights on fire and he cuts through her. It gets in her side and she braces herself against it. So she like wraps around the wound and so the fire wraps around her. But she's burned, but not. It took half damage.
All right. Balon, you're up.
Mm.
And like there are definitely people in the audience holding up
So
hell yes signs.
Angry right now. Okay. I have nothing to do except try to hit you again.
That's a country song, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm pretty
I
sure.
got nothing left to do but hit you again. That's gonna be 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's
Yeah,
gonna hit.
all
That's
right.
definitely gonna hit.
No.
Ooh, not a good roll.
Not a good roll. 2, 4, 7.
Yeehaw, no more.
Yeah, no more.
more.
Can I re-roll the damage with an inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, why
totally
not?
can.
I don't think I normally allow
Yeah.
that, but we'll.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
this is
Budget.
epic.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah.
14. Benjamin takes it and then hellish rebukes you.
Yep. I was waiting for that one to pop off.
He's going to use this die. $21 fire damage. And so you can't half that.
Oh, I understand. Is there any way before I get out of this mess to blow all of this on something dope?
Are you going down?
Oh,
That's the thing?
yes.
Okay. If we get her up to 5, I will allow a cross counter.
One more.
Yeah.
I need one more inspiration.
One more for a cross counter.
to cross counter this.
Cross counter, she will just roll an attack and she'll see if she can take him down in the same stroke. Benjamin's attack will still hit first.
Yes.
Cross
Thank
counter.
you. Thank you.
Cool. So both of you will get 300 gold out of this.
Okay.
Because you're essentially going to be taking each other down. I think. We'll see if you get it, because you still need to roll
I'm
your
doing the
attack.
math ahead of time just in case. Okay.
So
she's doing. Yeah, it's just a straight attack because I'm cross countering,
just
right?
a straight
okay.
attack. It can be gay.
It can be what?
It can be a gay attack if you would prefer.
No.
Okay.
It's pan. It's a pan attack.
It's a pansexual attack. Okay.
This is gonna be an 18. Wait.
18. I think
Yes.
that hits.
That hits. That
Yes.
hits me.
Okay.
Roll that damage.
That's gonna be a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
And I parry.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
And he never runs out of parries because he's a.
He does.
He
I
does?
do. I do.
He's
I
only
run out
got
eventually.
four.
I only have
per
4
session.
options of doing it. I've
Four
already
is
done
too
2.
many.
5. So
5 what?
I take 5 away from that. So you roll what again?
15?
15. So it's 10, which means I have 7 left. But
7 left.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Reroll the attack.
Reroll the attack.
Reroll the parry or the attack?
Yeah. So this is a good question. Do we
Do
want
I need to re-roll this?
Are we re-rolling?
What are we re-rolling?
Yeah.
The damage for the attack.
Because she
or
hit, so...
I hit him.
Yeah. We'll get some clarification on that in a second.
Okay.
We can hear Kazoodle's voice over the loudspeakers. Benjen and Balon hitting each other with some of the most savage blows we've ever seen in the Dungeon Dome. There is more heat between these competitors than anyone that you've seen in the arena. The 18 to hit is getting re-rolled. Than we've seen in this arena. It is certainly more exciting than any dragon that could have showed up, I think. Definitely worth my pay-per-view dollars.
And these are all gone, right? Because of the cross counter?
Yeah, there was 100 extra, though, that was
Oh.
thrown on there.
Can I use that? to
Yeah,
re-roll
because that
the
was given.
Reroll?
Yeah. So you can give yourself inspiration on this. No,
Yeah.
9.
That's going to be a 14.
14 would not hit. So no damage given whatsoever. If somebody wants to give 1,000 for that for another reroll, they're welcome to it. But otherwise, describe how you fall, Balon.
So she hits him and he parries and pushes back.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to like prep another swing
Mm-hmm.
she has to shift her grip on the greatsword, but I think she's lost her balance
Mm-hmm.
because of how much of the damage she's already taken. And so he gets her again.
Yeah, describe this attack, Drew.
So she's wavering. And Benjen is in full Hell Soldier mode. He's going through all of his motions and everything. He's not thinking about what's happening. He's just moving from moment to moment. And she goes for a high.
Yeah.
He goes, and he drops his sword and sticks it through her.
And she hollers loud.
And once that happens, he sees what's happened, and his whole face drops when that happens. And he lets go of the sword and wraps her.
Like catches her as
And
she's
like
falling.
catches her as she falls. And they've slumped together, like on their knees in the middle of the dome. And there's the slightest moment where she's resting here, bleeding out, and Benjen runs his hands over her hair.
And then she's gone.
And she's fades away into the teleport.
Yep.
So you're given 300 gold from that. With that, like the horn sounds, the match is over because I believe Benjen has collected more gold than Balon would have been able to.
How much do you have? Just out of curiosity.
2,000.
Yeah.
2,000. Well, some of that gold was stolen from you. Did you count
Yeah,
that?
but I got
You got the dragon. You got.
Oh no, that's right. You took.
I took.
So it's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1,700 instead
1,700.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's more. So it appears that we have a winner. Benjen Direwick takes it. The crowd is on their feet chanting, "Hell yes! Hell yes! Hell yes!" There's sparks, the faint smell of brimstone all over the arena. There in the crowd, you can hear the disdainfuls booing and still cheering for Balon. And all we have here, like the sounds of the arena are faint in the ears of Benjen Direwick, who feels a burning ache in his chest, that low pull of heartbreak with the sweet fire of hell. And outside the arena, watching from the comfort of a leather chair, sipping on some dark liquid, we see the smiling mouth of Prince Regent of Hell, Dungeon As he sips, we can see once more that sapphire ring glinting menacingly. He smiles and says, "Good boy." And with that, that's the Dungeon Dome, heroes! Thank you so much for watching. The Dungeon Dome will be back next Wednesday with another match. Thanks so much for watching along with us. We are playing, as always, on a Carolina Games table. If you want a beautiful table like this in your home, be sure to check out their website. They have lots of shapes, not just trapezoids. These built-in cup holders are optional as well. I think they are gorgeous-looking dining room tables that also have this great drop-down surface for gaming. With that, I want to remind people that One Shot is currently supporting the IGDN Scholarship, which is also open for applications. So if you are a game designer and you're working on something, or you want to be a game designer and you have something that you're playing with, Metatopia is a convention where game designers are encouraged to play test their designs with the general public and with other designing peers. People like Ken Haidt, people like Will Heinmarch, people like Hannah Schaefer are going to be there to test out designs alongside a great community in Morristown, New Jersey. And every year, the Indie Game Designer Network sponsors a bunch of young designers with interesting perspectives to head to Metatopia to test their designs. One Shot is matching donations up to $500 until the 22nd. So if you care about game design, be sure to donate to the scholarship. You can find links in the show notes of One Shot episodes. You can find them on the IGDN's Twitter. Head over there. We will be matching those donations. If you manage to max us out, we're going to be able to send 4 whole people to Metatopia. And that would be awesome. And if you are a designer, be sure to check out that application and put in your application to be considered for the scholarship. With all that said, see you next time, heroes.
Bye, guys.